Hello there, ham radio enthusiast. Welcome to number 7 on the vlog. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I want to tell you what I'm going to do before we get into it. That way, if you're not interested, you don't have to watch. I don't want to trick anyone into watching this. There's not a whole lot of ham radio stuff on here. I'm going to be doing another book review, and I'm going to show you my tickets and things like that. We're going to talk a little bit about Dayton Hamvention, then I'm going to do some camping gear review. It's kind of like a show and tell this week. Not a whole lot of stuff, just a little preview of what's going on there. So if you want to stick around, go ahead. If not, I understand. All right, so let's take a look here. Dayton Hamvention. 66 days, 10 hours. It's coming up on us, isn't it? It's coming really fast. Got my ticket here. Got my Willy Wonka ticket. So one of the things that we're doing is a few of us are looking at having a YouTuber meetup, and anyone that wants to come can come. That's being finalized, but probably on a Saturday night is when we're going to have that. I'll let you know if you want to come or not. Go ahead. I'm going to leave my Twitter down below. I don't use it a whole lot, but you know, if you want to keep up to date with me, and you know what happens is other people will connect to me, and then you can connect to them, and it becomes like this network of this little community. And you know, all of us are a part of it. You know, I will have to say I've been pretty isolated in the ham radio community. I'm kind of a lone wolf kind of guy. So this is one of the most social things I will have ever done in ham radio in a long time. This Hamvention stuff, and I'm meeting other people. So I'm just as alone as most of you others are, so don't feel like I'm super social or anything, or don't feel like I'm, you know, come up and talk to me and say hi and all, that's fine. I'm not unapproachable or anything like that. I'm just as isolated as everyone else, really. I just happen to talk to a camera. I'm talking to a camera right now, not to anybody. All right, so we got 66 days here, and I wanted to show you something on the event schedule. I found something that looks interesting. Don't know if it is. Friday night, there's a homebrew contest, show and tell, 8 to 10 p.m. And this is at the ballroom of the Holiday Inn Fairborn. If that's not too far away, this is something I want to go. I just want to go and see these homebrew, whatever it is. Maybe I'll learn something. That's going to be my Friday night thing to do. So I will be there doing that, I think so. And then on Saturday, I will release where our little party's going to be. And hopefully we don't overwhelm this bar with 50, 60 people. I don't know, because I'm not the only one telling other people to go. There's other YouTuber people out there that are going to be telling people to go. So maybe we can get a discount on drinks or food or something, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so a lot of people ask me in my videos about the twine. I have that really thin twine, and everyone asks me, well, you can get it at Dayton Hamvention. I guarantee you, if all of us go and get it, this poor little guy, he's this little tiny shop, and I'm going to put a video of it right here. This is where I get my cordage. He's probably going to run out of it because it's so cheap. $5 for 150 feet. Here's some options, though, if you cannot get that twine. I think it's an 1/8 inch thick. It's very thin. It doesn't have to be that exact, you know. It just has to be really thin. So anyway, all gear, throw line, 1,000 feet, $62. 1,000 feet is a lot of throw line. And it's orange. Think about that. Do you really want orange twine? Because it's very visible. If someone drives by, they'll see you and be like, what's that there? You know, I actually like to use browns. That way it can't be seen. All right, another nice viewer sent me this on eBay, and you can look at this as 500-foot, 1/8 inch Dacron polyester antenna support rope. Dipole and wire antennas. $40 for how much? 500 feet. So the other is actually a little bit cheaper, but it looks like it's green. Anyway, there's a couple ideas for you if you need some twine for throwing up into a tree. All right, so sticking with the ham radio part at the first, this is a book I got a long time ago. This is not the same book I showed you the other week. That one is called The Practical Antenna Guide. This is the Aural Antenna book. This is super informative. I mean, it goes way beyond my expertise, to be honest with you. But it makes for some really interesting reading. If you go, I mean, talk about specific. Antennas for power boats. Are you kidding me? Here is a chapter that I would be interested in, multi-band antennas. And I mean, this book gets into this super complicated. It goes from the simple to the super complicated. This book is not for the faint of heart. It's a reference material. It's really good. I mean, it's totally nerd material, but I just want to give you an idea. Here's one of the most simple. This is the one they teach you to make. This is your first ground plane and 2-meter ground plane antenna. This is what they teach you to do first in ham radio school. I mean, it's got everything. I mean, if it's not in here, do you need it? All right, now I'm going to do a little show and tell of what I've been doing. I got that new camera. It's worked out really well. Check out the picture behind me. I took that last weekend. I'm going to start doing storm chasing videos. I'm going to keep my distance, of course. I know full well not to go and actually dive right into a storm, especially if there's rain there, you can get hit by a tornado. I'm going to do more storm chasing videos. It's something I can do in between the ham radio. Things are finally warming up here. It's finally not being super frigid cold. With the time change, we have more daylight now, which is freaking awesome. So I'm going to get out there. I cannot wait to try my high-end fed, I think that's what it's called, that antenna that I showed you. All right, so for a little show and tell, you know, this is something I picked up. This is, you know what this is? Kingston. This is a carrying case for SD cards. And it might seem silly, but when you're on the road and you're taking video, it's nice to have a protective case. And, you know, these cards can be really expensive. I got a 128 gigabyte card. It's high speed for that 4K camera. Whoa, it's expensive. So you got to take care of your stuff. All right, now moving on to the camping gear. It's becoming camping season, and I love camping gear. I like the weirdest gear you can get. I'm just going to do a little show and tell here. Okay, you can buy these. By the way, everything I show here, I'm going to put links in the description. If you're interested, you can get it there. These are little camp towels. Have you ever seen these before? You believe that? This is a camp towel. You can buy these by the hundreds, and they're not that expensive. So what you do, it looks like a little mint, right? But do not eat this. You take this, and you drop it in some water. Guess what? You've got a camp towel. How cool is that? This is a little towel. It folds out more than that. Let me wring it out and I'll show you. I need two hands. So it's like this little fibrous towel that you get that's quite nice. All you need is a little water. You're out camping. And, you know, it's pretty nice. And they're pretty cheap, really. And it's kind of cool for camping. All right, if you're camping, I highly recommend that you get a super powerful flashlight because you will hear noises in the night, and it's really nice to be able to do this and go see. This is one of my most powerful flashlights. I actually bought this for scuba diving because I took a night diving course. I'm actually certified in night diving, and we actually went to this quarry, and we did a night dive, and I used this flashlight. It was freaking freezing cold because under about 30 feet, it gets like, oh my God, it's so cold. It's ridiculous. Anyway, this flashlight has 3 rubber gaskets around it, and it seals it off, and it makes it waterproof. But this little handle here keeps you from dropping it in the water. That's why this is a scuba diving flashlight, but I would still take it camping with me. It's pretty nice to have a nice flashlight. But because you're in the woods and you hear noises and you want to do this, you know, people walk up or something's weird, you want to shine them in the eyes. This is like almost a defensive thing to have when you're camping. Now, a Shemagh. These things are, you know, they might seem kind of silly, but they're actually really nice they're multi-purpose. You know, they can serve when it gets cold or something. You can use it as a scarf. You can use it as a pillow. You can use it as a towel. You can use it as a bandage. These things are pretty awesome in the fact that they're cheap and they've got multi-use. That's what's so cool about a Shemagh. I also got this is a Glo Tube. This was for scuba diving, and I put this on my tank. You put this on your tank, and you just glow. Let me show you. These things are waterproof, and they're super nice to hang in your tent. You hang them, and it provides tons of light. It's kind of like a night light for above you, you know. I usually have it on a carabiner like that, hang it. It's a great light to carry around with you when you're doing something, and then you just twist it to turn it off. It's called a Glo Tube. This is my marine bag. First of all, here's my little multi-purpose spoon I got. I love camping gear, man. I'm such a camping gear nerd. I have way more gear than I ever use. It's kind of ridiculous. But this is a spork, and it's also got some tools on it for cranking, and then I've got a nice little carabiner. This is for my marine bag. I found out the first time I went camping, it's really nice to have one bag that carries everything. Your flashlight, your medicine, your glasses, your sleeping aids, your medical gear, flashlights, everything in one bag. This marine bag is awesome. It has this big, heavy, it has this very tough zipper. And I have all kinds of things. Someday I'll go through it with you. Headlamp. Headlamp is essential for camping. I'll go through all my camping gear in another video. This is just a quick show and tell. All right, guys. I wanted to tell you about this image I took last week. This is the rainbow. It wasn't. I'm not saying this is a good image. I just happened to have seen the rainbow, and I didn't set the camera or anything. I just went click, and this is what I got. I fixed it up a little bit. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to know more about camping gear that I have, I freaking love camping gear. I love it more than I actually even use it. All right, guys, I hope to see you at Dayton. We will get something together. Check me out on Twitter. If you want to know what's going on, I post things there both about me and what's going on with my videos and stuff. All right, see you. Thank you for joining me.